It's recording.
Okay, hello Carla. Welcome back again to our third session. Um, can you tell me why you're here and what is it that you are concerned about today? What would you like to discuss?
Um, I would like to discuss, um, I guess, how I can be a mean individual due to my inability to forgive people because of things they've done in the past.
Ooh.
Um, and it's with anybody. I feel like if someone wrongs me at least 3 or 4 times, then I don't want to have anything to do with them. Um, for starters, I don't like talking to my mom because of the way she's done me in the past. Some of my friendships, I decided to end because of I give them like the 3 strike rule, and I say something about it, and then after a while, it's like whatever, I'm not going to hurt myself anymore because I know the same thing will happen over and over again, and then they'll reach out to me, but then I pretty much ignore them, or I feel like I'm forcing myself to talk to people I don't want to. And I don't know if it's because I'm just mean or if I should just let things go. And I know all of that has to do with me forgiving. Like it's hard. I don't know how to forgive people.
Okay, so if I understand is that you have concern, your major concern is that you are holding grudge
Hmm.
and that you um, find yourself incapable of forgiving.
Yes.
Do you have any other concerns other than this main concern to discuss today?
Mm, no, no.
Okay, so so basically, what your two areas of concerns are: how can I help myself forgive,
Hmm.
in order not to hold grudge, and in order for you to be freer and happier. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, ma'am. And I also like I believe in God and everything, and I know that I can't enter the gates of heaven if I don't forgive people. Because how can He forgive me if I can't forgive others? So I guess that's another concern. I just really need it for myself. I just don't know how to do it.
Okay, so it is really very much easier usually to talk about the fact that you want to forgive somebody, but
Hmm.
the actions are much harder
Hmm.
actually applying it. So what do you think your major goal is?
Mm, I guess my major goal is to let things go. If I say I'm going to forgive someone, then I should actually work on it. Um, so usually when someone wrongs me, I give them like 3 strikes, and it's like the minute they do something irritating to me, and it could be something as little as I don't know, just I don't know, they're getting on my nerves that day. Then it's like, I don't even know why I'm talking to this person. They get on my nerves. Like, I don't want to be their friend. I don't want to be their associate. I don't care about them. Instead of just realizing, like, hey, today, Carla, you're in a bad mood. You don't want to be bothered by anyone. Does that make sense?
Yep, it's making sense, but I mean, as I said, it's much easier to talk about it, but taking action to actually do it is much harder. So, what do you think would be a good plan to start with, some action plan that can help you in accomplishing your goal, which is actually to forgive so you can have peace?
I don't know. Like, maybe I should read my Bible to make have a more understanding mindset. I think that would help. Um, I know me speaking on the issue. Well, I always express how I feel. Maybe when I think negatively, I can start thinking more positive about the situation. Um, yeah, I think just changing my mindset, and I really think the Bible would help. More positive words, because then I'll have more positive thoughts. That
So if you were able to actually forgive, how would that look like to you once you have for decided to forgive?
I think I would be more at peace. I think I would not have weight on my shoulder. I think little things wouldn't bother me. Um, I think that I would be able to communicate with people more, um, and just let little things go. I think I would be a happier individual.
So you would think it'd be happier, or you think also think that it will free you, it will give you some time to be freer to think about other things other than just festering all this grudge all the time and thinking about it all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, and when I hold a grudge against people, I don't hold it all the time. I think it's just when they're in my presence or if they piss me off, and it's like, but yes, it would free me up, so I won't have to think about that. I can put my focus on, I don't know, other things.
So could you give me an example of a person that you have held grudge over, that you that we can implement some action plan and develop a method of how you're gonna try to forgive them and maybe even reconcile with them?
Who do I feel like forgiving? See, this is hard. Um, okay, so we can talk about my older sister. Her name is Shambrea. Actually, we're kind of on good terms. We are, but the minute she upsets me, she's like the worst person in the world to me. Um, so some of the reasons why I'm upset with her is because I feel like she doesn't support me. I feel like it's always a competition between us. And I'm really mad because one day she took my driver's license number and she said that she lives in California, by the way. She gave them my information and got a ticket in my name. Um, and I don't know if I can go to California or not because she hasn't paid the ticket off. She doesn't give me any of the information. When I tried and made a police report about her taking my identity, nothing has worked out. When I talked to it with my family, they're like it's not a big deal. So I want to have a better relationship with my sister because we were extremely close when we were younger. Um, so I guess we can implement me trying to forgive her with that. A lot.
So what would be a first step, for example? What will be a first step? Would it be to call your sister? Would it be to get in touch with her? Would it be to send her an email? What will be a first step with that?
I can text her. I text her often. Yeah, I can text her. I can give her a phone call. Um, I I don't think it's best to bring up the situation until it's taken care of because when I realize that she's not on top of her stuff or she's not doing what she's supposed to do, then it's frustrating to me. So maybe if I just take care of the ticket myself, um, maybe it'll make me feel a little better. But then I feel like I would be irritated because She didn't take care of it. She got
So,
the ticket 3 years ago, and she still hasn't taken care of it. But she made sure her license are okay.
okay. So, can you for a minute have some kind of a compassion or empathy or try to understand why she did what she did?
Um, I can try. Because right now my mind automatically goes through that she was just being selfish. Um, I guess she didn't want to get in trouble,
Okay.
so she maybe didn't want to go to jail because she was driving on a suspended license. So she figured if she give my name, then she wouldn't go to jail. And then maybe she truly believed that she would pay the ticket off on time. Maybe her intentions weren't to um, upset me or to get me in trouble. She was probably just thinking quickly just so she can get through the day because she goes through hard times in California.
Okay. So, with that said, um, will you be able to forgive this incident, but and reconstruct a relationship, but at the same time put some boundaries around this relationship so something like this will not happen again?
I can definitely set some boundaries. I am willing to work for it to forgive in the situation. So, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So, for our next meeting, what will be a first action plan that you are going to do to make sure that you are on the road of forgiving your sister and having a better relationship?
Well, one thing I can do is read my Bible. Another thing I can do is talk to her maybe 5 times out the week. Well, I'll say three. 3 times out the week without becoming upset with her. And I can also try to put myself in her shoes when if we have a misunderstanding. Sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't. So I have 3 tasks.
Okay. So our session is coming to the end,
Okay.
and uh, we're going to meet next week and go over what we talked about today and see if you were able to implement the first action plan.
Okay.
Thank you for coming today, and we'll talk next week.
Okay. Thank you.
How much was this? Was this 15 minutes?
Um,